Peace, family. This is Dr. Sadiki Baye coming to you once again every Saturday. I love to say this because I get excited about sharing, because sharing and giving is one of the best laws of nature, of life, because we can't afford not to give. That's a universal principle. Because when you give, that means that you're setting yourself up for the universe to give to you a hundredfolds. So we can't afford not to give. But regular people feel that giving is losing because they feel that if you give them something if they give you something they have, that you're gonna have more than them. That's what regular people think that way. But real people feel that giving is essential. It's a universal law that we must give, and that's why life gave us an opportunity to make a difference. So I appreciate it if you view the rest of my videos and push like and subscribe and pass it on because all of my subjects are about regaining our balance because a lot has happened to us through the ages, through the generations. Every generation has have a fall because when inertia takes place, it would carry it and it would stay in motion and pick up as it goes along. But we must reverse it and get back to our natural ways of being the original people. We got to go Sankofa, go back and get it and bring it up and validate it. So, with that in mind, family, today I got another hot and necessary topic, an exciting topic, which is honor. Honor. Honor means a, a high respect, and great esteem. In other words, treating with admiration and giving special recognition. Did you know that honor can also mean respect? It can mean worship, and it can mean accepting someone or something. Yes, honor. Honor is a big deal, family. But how do you honor? We have to ask ourselves, which that's a great question, and each one of us need to ask ourselves, well, how do you honor? Well, when you honor a person's, well, first of all, honoring means celebrating. So what you'll be celebrating is the person's character and a person's achievements. Their character and their achievements is what you should be celebrating. And their achievements is uh, and honor is their high morals, their achievements and their high morals. So that's very important, family. So honor helps you define who you are as a person. It helps you define who you are as a person while it's serving as a guiding light of your growth and your character. Wow. Wow, a guiding light. Mm. As your growth and development. And that's a deep thing, family. So follow me, because I'm going to paint this picture where you can get excited about taking what I'm saying to another level. And prayerfully, I'm giving you a reason to do that. So get excited about learning. Get excited about knowing who you are and whose you are. So, family, what is the difference between honor and respect? Honor and respect. Someone asked me that. I said, whoa, that's kind of deep there. So now I had to put on my thinking cap, or I had to go within what I know. And when they asked me that question, that sparked a light on. And the answer that came to me was that respect is an attitude of consideration. An attitude of consideration. And honor is respect in a higher manner. And the higher manner is admiration, admiring. So that is the difference between the two, but yet they're connected because both of them deal with respect. Both of them deal with consideration on a higher plane, though. So, family, honor is a big deal, and we must represent honor, represent it. So, in the Bible or in religion, period, excuse me, in religion, honor means fearing God and reverencing God, which is really the basis and the model of honoring each other, of honoring each other. Yes. So, family, and when you honor each other, what are you doing? Well, when you honor, it's by accepting who and what the person is and what they can offer. When you honor them, you are accepting who and what they are and what they can offer. So, family, honor is a high minded kind of level of being. And we must represent honor, but we must first know what honor is from the original people mindset and not this regular stuff. Because honor is action. Honor is always action. So to be honorable, um, we must first understand that being honorable means to be honest. To be honest. In other words, you must avoid confusion. You must avoid politics. You must avoid turnover. And you must engage in getting every individual involved so that they can feel a part of the movement. To give them their due, acknowledge their contributions. Give them a pat on the back because acknowledgement is encouragement. It's encouraging, and we must acknowledge one another. We must do that and not wait for the enemy to give us a pat on the head like we're a dog. Let's give each other a pat on the back for being honorable, not because of, but in spite of all of this craziness that we were put in. As I said before, a lot of this stuff is not our fault, but we still have an obligation, responsibility to do something about it. And let us stop blaming one another because all of us been bit by the same dog. So therefore, we must come together and get that damn dog so that we can stop the disease from spreading. So family, honor, be honest, be real, be straight with one another. acknowledge one another positively, to encourage each other to keep on going no matter how things seem, because everything is truly in divine order. So your experiences are nothing but opportunities to step it up, to find out where you are and what you need to do to rise above that. That's a beautiful thing, because a lot of us are fighting to stay the same for some reason. We think it's easier to go along, but we must man up, we must woman up, we must mind up, and we must own up as the original people, the children of the Most High. That's deep. I feel good by saying that. So I remember a lot in my mind, and I remind a lot of people about this major uh, knowledge in life is to honor your mother and your father, that your days will be long. So, in other words, do yourself a favor. But there is a way of honoring them. How do you honor your mother and your father? But what comes to mind is to um, to uplift them, to praise them, to make them feel good about being your mother and your father. Number two is to show them that you understand them. Not that you always agree, but show them that you understand them. Number three is to get excited about their existence. Show them that you appreciate them. Number four, listen to their stories, because they have some great stories that we can build on and appreciate. And number five, always, always be respectful. That's how you honor them. Mm. Honor your mother and your father, that your days will be long. That's a universal law that has been passed down from the Creator to our ancestors, and we must be obedient to that. So, family, mm, this is a deep thing. Always remember, you know, that's why a lot of things I got to slow my mind down sometimes. That's why I got to pause. Always, always honor those who led you or who's leading you. And some of it can be direct and some can be indirect. Your parents and your teachers and your leaders are direct. But indirectly, I can remember observing people and they didn't even know it. What I was observing was their character, their compassion, their work ethic, their caringness. That's very, very important to me. I love the elders because they were always old school and they always told you the truth. They did not um, mix it, they didn't dilute it, they didn't sweeten it, they didn't season it. They just told you like it is. And that's the way I like it. That's the way I love it. And that's what I do. The truth might hurt, but guess what? Get over it. That means you have to find a way, a process to get over the hurt, and so that you can go head on and get your blessings. Because you can't beat the blessings once you get through it. In other words, you got to get through the storm to get to the calm. And the calm is where the blessings lie. So let's do that together. Let's embrace each other and do it together. There's nothing like unity, and we need each other more than ever before. So let's act like we know because we have to be the examples for our future, which is our children. A lot of us let them down. That's why all of this stuff is going on today. Them disrespecting each other, killing each other, getting over on each other. And we got the nerve to blame them. No, we have to take some of that blame. All of us. Why? Because we could have always done better, and we can always do better. Sometimes your best is not good enough. So do better. That means that there's always room for improvement. And we must do all we can to fulfill our purpose and create a righteous legacy that will last for generations to come. That's our purpose for being here. That is truly our purpose, family. And I love sharing, what I've been blessed with. And you don't even have to go through what I went through to get it. Giving is the best feeling in life for me, even though a lot of people will take you for granted. But the question, before I get to this question, I want to share with you some synonyms, as I always do, of this term or this action word that we call honor. And there are synonyms and antonyms. Synonyms are similar or the same, and antonyms are opposite. So I can think of five synonyms to share with you right off the top. The first one is respect, reverence, dignity, integrity, and to celebrate one another. So those are the five. Now, I can also think of five antonyms, which are opposites: disrespect, disagree, dishonor, abasement, and cowardice. Woo! Have mercy. Now we must get in the mirror and ask ourselves, which one am I? Where am I at? And be honest. Because don't forget, a lot of us were born in cursed environments. But our Creator will always call some of us out to qualify ourselves to be a child of God. Yes, we must qualify ourselves and not just talk it, but be it. And as I always said, we got to stop praying so much and be a prayer. Just be. Because it's already there. Not only do we have the power, we are power. So understand that. Understand that we are power. So, family, always remember the synonyms and the antonyms of honor so that you know where you are, so that you know your foundation, and that you can go ahead on and build on it once it's solid. And respect is always the foundation to all relationships. But first, you must respect yourself. You must have it to give it. And most of us just don't have it for some reason. Because you have to be a responsible person, you have to be accountable. And most of us just want to go along, talk that talk, but they don't want to walk that walk. I'm just being real, family. And what I'm saying to you, it applies to me too. Because I'm listening very carefully to what I say. What comes out of my mouth, I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. And that applies to me first, because I have to have it to give it. Yes, so family, how do you represent honor? Or how do you be honorable? That's a very important question. How do you be honorable? the first thing that comes to mind is be real. Be true to yourself. Always follow through. Never give up and give in. Always be a finisher. Always be compassionate. Give each other the benefit of the doubt. Always have a strong, strong belief system coming from a frame of reference of our ancestors. Be a mentor and always be honest but not mean. Sometimes you got to tell the truth, but some people might accept it as you being mean because they feeling it. And what happens when you feel that you're being attacked or whatever or exposed? First thing they do is jump defense. So give it to them as softly as you can, but you have no control over how they process it. So prayerfully, they will take it with respect, with consideration. So these are the ways that you can be honorable. Is be real, follow through, be compassionate, have a strong a belief system, be a mentor. In other words, be the example. Give it, be honest and give it to them, but don't be mean. Calm your spirit down and give it to them softly because we are some beat up kind of people. And we and any kind of constructive criticism, it can be constructive or destructive. They will always take it as an attack. So be careful and understand that. Some people are truly, truly damaged to the point where their perception and the way they process things is too negative. So we must, understand that, be compassionate. So family, to live in honor means to strive to be the best person that you can be in every area, in all aspects of yourself. Always strive to be the best or to be the better. And that means to be to have courage. That means to have dignity. That means to have purpose. That means to have integrity when you're at your best. So we must strive to be that. So in conclusion, family, we must strive to bring out the excellence in ourselves in every way. Be excellent in everything you do. Be excellent in everything you think. Be excellent in everything you say. But I know a lot of times they say, well, hey, no one's perfect. But when you're on the road of excellence, you're striving for perfection. Remember that. Get on the road of excellence and you're striving for perfection. Because the only thing that is perfect is change. No one can stop that. And as anything that exists is moving. And if it's moving, it's changing. Remember, everything must change, nothing remains the same. But we got a lot of people stuck. And a lot of our so-called leaders got us stuck in the first grade, such as our religious leaders, these clergymen or whatever you want to call them. And I'm not throwing a blanket over everyone, but too many of them are keeping us stuck in the first grade with the same old stories over and over again the characters over and over again that we can never be because they're so busy calling us sinners and wretches. It doesn't make any sense to me. If I have transformed, then I'm no longer a sinner or a wretched. Everybody make mistakes. That's all part of learning. But the key is, what are you learning from your mistakes? And how are you making the adjustments to redeem yourself? That's all that matters, family. Forgive yourself, and that's the hardest thing to do. We easily forgive others, but we have a problem forgiving ourselves. And we must find a way to get in the mirror, look ourselves in the eye, and say, I forgive you for everything that you've done, everything you've done to yourself, and what you've done to others. And forgiveness is for the individual who's doing the forgiving. That means that you have laid your burdens down so that you can lighten your load to keep on moving. Yes. So let us strive, family. Let us strive to bring out the best version of ourselves. Always do that. Strive to bring out the best version of yourself. But you have to come from a frame of reference. And the frame of reference is our ancestors. Because our Creator blessed our ancestors with the blueprint of life. And we must seek the blueprint. And then once you seek the blueprint, guess what you can always say and mean? You can always say that, listen, I cannot lose with the stuff I use. Isn't that beautiful? I cannot lose with the stuff I use as long as you coming from the frame reference of our ancestors who were blessed with the blueprint of life. Call on them when you need them. Your mother and your father, or someone that you looked up to while they was here, or that you think highly of. Call on them because our reality is mental and spiritual, not the 2%. So we must have a connection with the spiritual ancestors, the spiritual beings, because we are them in a transformed state of being in this body. Once we leave this body, it transforms into something else. So we must save our children, our future, by being the example of being honorable, being the example. We have to start representing family, not because of, but in spite of. Because our children are the little us. The big us might have caught a lot of hell, but don't allow them to catch the same hell that we caught. Help them to stand on our shoulders, and therefore they can see further down the road. And they can avoid certain things that we didn't see originally. And that's our purpose. Family, I love you. I bless you. And I want you to prosper. Let us always be honorable. And honor means, once again, great respect or high respect and great esteem, which means admiration. Have a high regard for one another. Be compassionate. Be real. Always follow through. Be a mentor. Have strong belief system. And be honest but not mean. We have to be intentional with this family because all of us been had. So we got in this mess together and we got to come out together. May the spirit of our Creator and our ancestors lead, guide, direct, and protect us along the way. Do do your best and let God do the rest. You got to know when to hold and know when to fold, but you have to have a sharp discerning spirit to know the difference so you won't use emotions, the very thing that always got us in trouble. Because a wise man goes by what he knows, not what he feels, not even what he thinks. If I know, I don't have to think. Just tap into what I know. That's just how simple life is. But we're suspicious of the simple things because they flipped us upside down, inside out. And we must understand that. Do your best and let God do the rest. Stay strong and keep your faith where it belongs, because life is for the living. Let the dead bury the dead. Keep your head towards the universe where all strength comes from, and never give up and never, ever, ever, ever give in, no matter how things seem as emotions, because everything is, always was, and always will be in divine order. God, our Creator, don't make no mistakes, but we do. But when you learn from your mistakes, it's all good. So keep on growing and keep on learning. You can't go wrong. And learning can be painful. But once you get through the pain, you can't beat the blessings. Always represent our Creator and our ancestors. And once again, you can be able to say and mean that I cannot lose with the stuff I use. Keep your lights on and keep them bright at all times. Remember, the holistic way of living is right thinking, right giving, and right eating. Let the food from the tree be your meat, not the animal. And let the herbs from the field be the healing of the nation. But when we became rebellious, then we start eating animals. How can death promote life? I can't say that enough, family. I know we're addicted to some of this stuff and we use an excuse, well, I've been eating meat all my life. Yeah, but that was the desert food. When God bless you out of the desert, then you got to go back to your natural ways. But when you're rebellious, hell is waiting for you. That's why a lot of our ways, we curse ourselves and have the nerve to blame each other. Let us embrace each other and come out together. There's nothing like unity. There's nothing like community, common unity. And until we get that back, nothing's going to change. We got to get back to our natural ways as the children of the Most High. Family, happy new journey, happy new you, happy new life. Hotep, Baraka, and peace. This is Dr. Sadiki Baye, your servant. Until the next time, keep your head up and do the right thing.